President and founder of the African Children Talent Discovery Foundation, Engineer Dallaji, says there is need for conservation and ensuring sustainable utilization of wildlife and other tourist sites in Africa. Engineer Dallaji made this known during a two-day working visit to Nairobi, the capital city of Kenya. Engineer Dallaji and his team on arrival visited the Wildlife Research and Training Institute, where he met with the management to seek ways on how the African Children Talent Discovery Foundation can partner with the institute in ensuring that Africa maintains its lead in harmonizing policies on wildlife conservation.
The African country we have is the rich continent in the world and the best continent in the world. So we believe that Africans are African. There is no Kenyan, there is no Nigerian, there is no Zimbabwean, and there is no South African. We are African. So the earlier we understand that, the better for us. And then we begin to move into other places. We're in Addis Ababa, we're in Liberia, we're in other places. And about 100 youth got scholarship in Addis Ababa, where they're schooling right now, right there in Addis Ababa. Most of them, they are talented, but they don't have money to further their education. And we also get to know some of the students who have their backgrounds, where we can go back and discuss and see who we can intervene, or how we can also get more people from Kenya also. Like I said, we are for Africa and Africa.
So this institute has been in existence from 1985. It is just that our mandate has now been broadened to include research. Then we are now independent from Kenya Wildlife Service Training Institute. I'm sorry, from Kenya Wildlife Service. I'm sorry, we are not very visible out there. Maybe in West Africa, that is a challenge.
The team had an official visit to the Ministry of Tourism and Wildlife, received by the Minister, Honorable Najib Balala, who assured the team led by Engineer Dallaji of Kenya's government willingness to sign a memorandum of understanding with ACTDF to open a wildlife conservation in West Africa.
I would encourage your organization or your NGO also to partner with them and even form an MOU. That how do you work? You need to enter into the country. You need a partner in the country, and I can tell you, you have the government of Kenya as your partner. On the issue of conservation and scientific research, and also create more land for wildlife conservation in Western Africa. So Nigeria is a powerful country. You need any technical assistance from us. Would be more than glad to support. So it will be also an opening for Kenya to actually spread the gospel of wildlife conservation in your area.
We intend to visit about at least 25 or 30 countries, African countries this year. And thanks to my brother here who said, you know what, there's a lot going in Kenya. So we have to divert some of the trip to come to Kenya. And thanks to the Honorable Minister who also see the importance of that, he said, no. This is something that can help our young people. Please come to Kenya. And our intention was to go to Tanzania, Botswana, South Africa, and other places. We diverted and started hitting to Kenya first. This is the first trip of the year, and we are in Kenya. And we talked about the university. So he told me about this school. I went through the program, Kenya Italy College. I said, wow, this is very good. And of course, even from where we're coming from, director, the people, you are doing very well. By the way, thank you for what you are doing. And I was telling them, I said, why is it not being amplified? Because people doesn't know about this college. I believe many people are supposed to come from Africa. I asked them, the international students, she mentioned some few countries. I said, no, it should be more than this, particularly in West Africa, so that a lot of people will come. And then the tuition fee is very minimal. So this is something that is affordable. Our NGO can stand to sponsor a lot of people, giving them food on the table. Because when you train them, they have the certificate, they can be employed in the hotel instead of roaming on the street doing nothing. And doing that, we are taking away poverty, frustration, the insecurity, and all that kind of thing. So that's the reason why we are in Kenya. And I'm happy to see that we have similarity already from what you are doing. And I'm happy also to see the college here again, thanks to the minister's recommendation, that they're also doing the same thing that we're doing.
From the ministry, the team also visited the Kenya Otali College, where the ACTDF chairman proposed for an African language inclusiveness in the curriculum of the school calendar, which he believes will promote the culture of the region.
So I am raising the motion that Swahili should be included.
Yes, yes, I
In this.
I agree.
Is
I agree with you.
very, very necessary and very important. Because other people can come from other African countries. Let them also learn your own language.
Yes.
It's high time for us Africans to begin to value our own language. When I begin to see those lists of foreign languages, Japanese, German, and I've not seen any of the African, I've gotten sad. I quickly have to write it down. So I'm going to find out from you why is it like that. So
The motion has not been seconded.
yes,
I have taken it up.
so please, I want to see Swahili included into this. Who knows? You know, maybe because just for me to learn Swahili, I might come back to get admitted in this school.
The Chief Executive Officer of the school, Professor Charles Musyoki, gave an insight of what the school seeks to achieve and called on the foundation to help reduce the financial burden on some of its students who can't afford to pay their fees.
Yes, they have problems in paying fees. We've been trying, government has tried to give a scholarship. We have for many years a scholarship program here for needy students with a very clear, policy on how that is administered. But when COVID struck in 2020, the first thing to be removed from the budget was that scholarship subvention up to today. So again, that avenue is blocked. We've been thinking internally and establishing a fund, into which we can now encourage, friends, partners, staff to feed into, which will then be managed using the existing policy, but we have not yet touched what is the idea that has come up this year. Because again, we feel for the students, we really feel.
Another place I have interest is the students that cannot pay their school fees. Particularly the one the government has already subsidized, so I'm sure $1,000. So if they can pay 50%, that's we're talking about $500. Okay.
We said 1,600.
Okay, 1,600.
1,600.
So which means you still have 800. Now we will have to look at some of these that are really good, like you say. Sometimes it's difficult to stop them from writing their final exam, also knowing fully how good they are, and really also look at the genuine part of their idea. What's the problem? Is it that their parents are not alive, or their parents are poor, or why is that they cannot pay?
In many cases, they are orphans.
Yes, so these people, I would like to have their record. You understand? We could see how we can partner from them. We will sort out some. So one we can do because I'm Muslim, we definitely want to know us. In fact, that's why we're existing, because we know to intervene on such levels.
The team was taken around the school premises to see things for themselves and look at opportunities where it can help in the area of development.